Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? Nico TV here, voice of the West, here to politic with y'all once again about this West shit. Have the URL Crucible Season 2 is here. It's finally pulling up in the West. First destination is Oakland. And I thought, what better way than to go ahead and rank all the battlers who are on the Oakland card for the Crucible, as well as rank all 10 scouts. Rate all the battlers, give them their ranking, and then go ahead and rank the scouts as well based on who they picked up. So 20 battle rappers, 10 scouts. Very dope. Shout out to URL. Shout out to every one of the scouts. Shout out to everybody who put this together. Definitely want to give everybody their props. I'm not going to waste no time. Last year, I went through and just gave y'all a ranking, just a little ranking video and just ranked it. I didn't really explain them or anything like that. I just kind of ranked it, went there. But this year, man, I'm going to go ahead and break down every single ranking one at a time and let y'all know where I'm coming from and let y'all kind of get a visual why I'm saying what I'm saying, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Number 20 on the URL Crucible, Oakland. It's a dope battle rapper picked up by Lex Luthor. Shout out to Lex, but somebody had to be last. No disrespect, but we got none other than Jay Fence. Jay Fence at number 20. Now, these rankings are going to be based around a couple different factors. So, one, your activity level, the work that you actually have put in the year leading up to this Crucible since the last Crucible audition in the West, right? So you have your total work that you have, your actual skill set, what you actually bring to the table. Not just can you punch good or can you rap good, but the whole entire skill set put together. Marketability. I know a lot of y'all probably are wondering, well, Nico, why the hell are you thinking about marketability? Because I know for a fact this URL Crucible has nothing to do with how well you rap 2 rounds, 90 seconds apiece. You could be the greatest rapper ever in 90-second rounds twice and fail at everything else, no intangibles. So we got to look at them intangibles. Are you marketable? Do you have those intangibles that can take you to the next level? That's what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Not only looking at that, wins and losses. In particular, in the battles that you should win. Are you somebody who's the front runner? Are you somebody who wins battles versus dudes that you're supposed to win battles verse, or are you that person who you lose battles to people that you're supposed to win battle verse? Like, what type of battle rapper are you? Are you that underdog who pulls up whenever you the underdog, you pull up with that work and you cooking, or are you somebody who you the underdog and you just getting cooked? You know what I'm saying? Or when you're the favorite, are you out there getting cooked? So there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. So I got a bunch of different factors on how I'm putting this shit together. And also your activity level in the actual West region matters. It matters. You being ranked amongst your other peers. Your other peers done put in a lot of work on some of the top leagues over here in the West. So we got to also look at that and put that into consideration as well. So Jay Fence being at number 20. I think he's a solid battle rapper. I don't think there's anything wrong with him per se. And honestly, somebody has to be last. So, you know what I'm saying? I know people are going to look at him like, oh man, he's the last battle rapper selected. Yeah, just out of everybody who was mentioned in this ranking, I do have him at number 20. I do think he is a decent pick. I would say if I'm ranking him though, if I gave him a rating like out of 10, I don't think I could give him a higher rating out of 10 than maybe about a 5. Maybe you can get to the 6 range, maybe. But I'm being honest, I probably go about a good 5 out of 10. I mean, he's been about average. He's been very decent. And I think that that'll work against certain people on certain platforms. But URL Crucible, my opinion, not the toughest of the group. You know what I'm saying? So I got Jay Fence at number 20. You know what I mean? And again, you guys are going to notice because there's going to be some people who probably are ranked higher on other people's boards. But for me, man, I could not do it. I could not do it. And there's going to be a couple factors why. So I'm going to get into the next name. This is going to be another person who some of y'all might have expected him to be here, but others might have felt like, nah, he should have been rated higher. But let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We talking none other than my brother Yodi. So let's go ahead and talk about Yodi for a second. I got Yodi at number 19. And just go ahead and keep this real about Yodi. let's go ahead and be honest about Yodi, right? It's not that he can't create, right? It's not that he can't create a solid or better material. It's not that he can't create the material. And it's not that he struggles, you know what I'm saying, with the memorization of the material. It's not like he struggles in any form of rapping the material or creating the material. But does he create haymakers? Is he creating bombs that's changing the course of a battle consistently? I don't really think so. I don't really think so. And another thing too, man, I've seen him in battles where people have clowned him in battles and made him look away just by showing other skill sets. So I feel like Yodi is a decent pick. Probably another dude that I would give about a 5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in that range. About average. He's solid. He's a solid battler. He'll pull up and give you the 3 rounds. If you're booking for a battle, 3 rounds, he'll give you that. But in terms of giving you that next level, I haven't seen it up to this point, respectfully. I'm looking to see if he can do it in the Crucible. This would be the hell of a time to do it. But up to this point, I have not seen him create those bombs the way that we want to see people create them bombs at the next level. So respectfully, I got Yodi at number 19. At number 18, this is a brother who pulls up to my radio show quite often. We always had these conversations. He's always wondering, Nico, where am I ranking? Where do I stand amongst my peers? Well, now you have your answer, man. We got my guy Shockwave at number 18. At number 18. And by the way, that Yodi pick, that was a pick of Kels. Shout out to Kels, the scout Kels, for that pick. But Shockwave, scout is gutter. And Shockwave has been improving. He's somebody who has been battle rapping for a long time. Like, if you look at the record books, you look at when he started battling, he's been here for a while. He has been here for a while. And you definitely want to give somebody like that their proper just due for being here that amount of time, being able to stay somewhat relevant after all these years. Because when he first started, he was an afterthought. A lot of people didn't really give him his proper just due when he first started out. And recently, he has been stepping up. Y'all seen him verse Next this year. You seen him last year verse Fix. He has stepped up the material. He has stepped up the rapping ability. He is improving. Now, are those improvements enough? When we looking at a URL Crucible, I don't know. And that's why I have him at 18, because as much as he has improved, I feel like there's still a whole nother level up that you got to get to when it comes to a URL Crucible. So this will be a great chance to see where he really stands amongst his peers. For me right now, I have him ranked at number 18. Shout out to Shockwave. He definitely puts in work. He doesn't cheat people. He's not going to choke. He's not going to stumble. He's going to have solid material all the time. He'll even give you 1 or 2 that you're like, oh, damn, that was a nice ass bar. But outside of that, I haven't really seen that next level from Shockwave just yet, like what we want to see. So for right now, I got him ranked at number 18. Now, number 17. This is a dude that I feel like material-wise is one of the better battle rappers in here. I feel like this dude ranked at number 17, a pick of Troy Martin, by the way. I think this dude's material is pretty good. It's the other elements that we got to worry about, and I want to see what he does. So at number 17, I have none other than my guy TZ. You know what I'm saying? San Bernardino, what's happening? Let's go ahead and talk about TZ for a second, man. So he's somebody who, in my opinion, when we talk about creating haymakers, we talk about creating creative material. The creativity he has is pretty good. He's pretty good on a creativity scale. And he's somebody who we haven't really seen a lot of. He took some time. He had sat down for a little bit. He wasn't battling like that. And this year he pulled back up. Had an impressive 1-round performance versus Soto on the Riot Network. Then he pulled up again on the Riot Network in a very highly anticipated battle versus Justice, and it didn't really work out in his favor. And that's kind of the reason why I have him ranked at 17. Though the material can be potent, though he is creative and he can get them lines where you're like, damn, man, how do you come up with that? It's the consistency that worries me. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing how he was versus Justice was very, very disappointing. And it begs the question of the consistency factor. How is he going to perform when them lights is on? And you know what I'm saying? When it's that time to perform, how is he going to pull up? So that's one of the reasons why I say that as well. As well as, man, you know, with this URL Crucible process, it's not even just the battles or just even how you pull up, man. It's everything, man. Your interviews, everything. You know what I'm saying? And he a real laid back dude. You know what I'm saying? He talking shit when it's time to. And he really just one of them who gets in the ring, battles, puts in his work. So I got him at 17, but I'm going to be honest, man. He one of them, if he catch fire in one of the rounds, or both, it's only 90-second rounds. He catch fire, he might catch the judge's attention in a way where y'all seeing me say 17. Really, to be honest, from 17 up to about, I'd say 10, maybe 9 or 10, all of these dudes could be ranked in the top 8. Potential, they all could be ranked there. This is the range that the battlers have. The potential's there. It's how you're going to put it all together when it's time for the Crucible to start. So I got TZ at number 17. I'm telling y'all, man, he might have one or two of the best lines of the weekend. You might leave talking about one of his lines, man, but the complete totality of what they're looking for, I'm interested to see what he'll put together. And like I said, man, he was a pick of Troy Martin. I told y'all his first battle this year was versus Soto, and Troy Martin's other pick is none other than Soto. You know what I'm saying? So at number 16, I got none other than Young Soto, man. So let's go ahead and talk about this dude. Now, he thinks that I don't like him. He thinks that I hate his material. He thinks I hate the way he preps his material. He thinks I can't stand seeing him out here on these cards. And to be quite honest, you couldn't be further from the truth. This is one of the most talented battlers in the entire Crucible. You hearing it from me right now. Soto is one of the most talented in terms of how he writes, in terms of how he puts that stuff together. He is one of the most talented in the entire Crucible. And that's the reason why you have him ranked where he's ranked. Because I say all of that about the talent, all of that about the skill set. And then there's a but right after you say that. And it's the consistency. It's the preparation. This is a dude who he'll give you a round that could be anywhere from a 6 to an 8. Oh, you know, pretty solid round, good round. You can even have a really good round going. And then he'll just start to remixing the stutter. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll choke out the middle of nowhere. And he's done this all the freaking time. His whole career has been inconsistency as it pertains to preparation. This dude was not, he's supposed to have been out of here. He's one of them where we look and say, man, if you really did prep every single time serious, if you really did pull up to these battles and cook up and not have any of these hiccups or anything like that, you could be one of them. And the reason why I have him at 16 is because he still up to this point has not shown, I don't even want to say the interest to do that, but he hasn't even shown it just in overall work. He hasn't. Sometimes he'll pull up to a 1-round battle and you'll be like, man, okay, that's what I want to see. But then we get to them threes and it don't be looking like how it's supposed to look. It don't. Not for somebody who been here as long as he has. He damn near been here 5 years. He damn near been here about 4 or 5 years. Somebody who been around that long, man, you shouldn't still be having them issues. And he's young. I'm saying he's been about 4 or 5 years. He's still young. I think, what is he, in his early 20s or something like that? Early to mid 20s, somewhere in that range. He's still young. He has a lot of potential, but I don't know if that potential, for one, if that potential is going to, you know what I'm saying, show itself in his Crucible process, or if he's ready to show that, because it's all up to him. It's all up to Soto. So I have him at 16, but like I said, any one of these dudes from 17 all the way up to number 9 can be somebody in that top 6. They can be easily. It's just up to them to want to perform and show that, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Soto does this weekend. I got him ranked at number 16. It might seem a little low for some of y'all, but I have more expectations for people. And where I have more expectations for people, I'm going to go ahead and stick with them expectations. So I got Soto ranked where he is at number 16. So now let's go ahead and get into number 15. Let's go ahead and get into number 15. This is another dude, man. Tons of potential. He is a part of a crew, part of a squad that's one of the best in battle rap. He has the intangibles. He has the intangibles. He has the support system. He has it. You talk about, does he look the part? Is it believable? Yes, all of that. He fits all of that. It's just the rounds. It's almost like the complete opposite of Soto. It's like Soto got, you know what I'm saying? We just wonder if this dude gonna have the rounds right. I'm talking about none other than my guy Primo Cruz. Now, look here, man. Primo has been around quite some time. 4 or 5 years. Same as Soto, about 4 or 5 years. And he's another person who we look at over here in the West and we say, look, all the intangibles is there. The image is there. I told you about being part of the squad. He in Mafia, you know what I'm saying, with Geechee and Eli the Mayor and, you know what I'm saying, franchise. He's a part of that, right? So you got the support system, you got some of the intangibles. Like, there's certain ways when he says certain lines, you can't teach that kind of delivery. You can't teach that kind of haymaker potential. You cannot teach that. Here has been one of his biggest issues. For one, inconsistency has been a very major issue for him in his career so far. And for the highlight moments that he does have in his career, it ain't even been his material. He got accused of stealing 2 major bars. The Surf Church line, he used that in the battle. And then he had another line that he used. I can't remember what the other line was, but it was another line that he went viral for. You know what I'm saying? People accused him of stealing. So I don't think he's stealing per se. I think that them 2 lines is very egregious. But I don't think he just be 10-4 and shit. I think when he create them rounds, because I've heard rounds from him where I'm like, bro, if you do that for 3 rounds, can't nobody out here say anything to you. Can't nobody out here get with you if you rapping like that. It's a matter of, are you going to rap like that when it's time to? Can you rap like that when it's time to? It's URL Crucible. This is the time to rap like, you know what I'm saying, the way you need to rap. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Primo. He's a pick of Floss. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Floss, another dope scout in this Crucible process. And it's all up to him, bro. Like I said, he could easily be in the top 10. Easily. He has all the components. It's up to him to go ahead and show that. So at 15, I got none other than Primo. Let's go ahead and get into number 14, man. Number 14. See, I feel like this. I feel like a lot of these picks, like I said, it's so many people with the potential, but the other shit be lacking. Potential be there, the other shit be lacking. But if he could, they could figure it out. Some of y'all be killing me. Some of y'all be killing me, man. Number 14, I got none other than Mr. Alleyway Boog. Mr. Alleyway Boog, his scout is Terra. Shout out to Terra as well. But Alleyway Boog, listen, man. When we talk about people who are actually able to rap, actually have good delivery, vocal projection, the things that only people who really rap have, right? He has those components. We talk about the intangibles. We talk about the people who might have that it factor to deliver a haymaker a certain way. He has that. He has that. The only problem, literally, the only issue is preparation. If he prepped fully, 3 rounds, get through your rounds clean, we having a whole different discussion. This is the difference between being ranked number 14 and being ranked 6 or 5 or top 4, top 3. Preparation. The separation is in the preparation. Danny Myers always said that to me. I always rock with it, and we gonna keep rocking with it. The separation's in the preparation. Look, this dude has had rounds where, like, man, some of that material was dope, and he choked. It's like a consistency with dudes in this range of ranking. They always have the potential with how they write and the potential for how they create these moments, but they never finish. There's always some type of inconsistency holding them back. I want to see if Alleyway Boog can pull up to this battle and show what the fuck he do. I want to see if he can do that. This is URL Crucible. The lights ain't shining no brighter than this right here. For where you at this level. He been talking a lot of shit. He been saying, man, wait until y'all see me in Oakland. Wait until y'all see me in Oakland. Well, Oakland here. Now, I have high hopes for him as well as I did Primo, Soto. A lot of y'all have high hopes for y'all. I'm ranking you low, but I do have high hopes to see some of y'all actually step up. Boog is one of them where if he steps up, if he shows what he is capable of, the ball's in his court. He could go wherever he want to go from here. He can go wherever he want to go from here. It's up to him to go ahead and show that, though. So that's who I have at number 14. So let's go ahead and get into number 13. Let's go ahead and get into number 13, y'all. Number 13. This guy right here, man. He is actually a resident. He is from the city of Oakland. He is from the 510. Another dude with a lot of potential. Hiccups and preparation have stalled where he could be, but he has the chance, if he could put it all together, to be one of them. I'm talking about none other than Conflict, man. Conflict. With the K before the T, so you know it's me. We're talking about Conflict. Look. Shout out to No Mercy for picking up Conflict. To my understanding, this was a late addition. Conflict, man. You were here last year. Oh, he was here last year. Oh, did y'all know that? Oh, he was in the LA region last year. Season 1 Crucible. Oh, he was here. He was here. I had him ranked, I think it was like in the bottom 3 of the class for last year's Crucible. And again, it's nothing to do with talent. Pen-wise, he has one of the dopest pens. In terms of writing, he's one of the dopest pens over here in the West of any level. I'm talking about of any level, he definitely puts that material together. He can definitely piece that material together. Fire. It's really just the preparation that has stalled where he can be at, man. In battles where he needs to step up and show who he is, he does not. He doesn't. And he's on a little bit of a losing streak right now. He done lost about his last 2 or 3 in a row. So coming into this Crucible, man, this is his chance to show people, look, man, I know I've been fucking up recently, but I'm going to show y'all exactly who I am. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I do, and I'm going to cook up. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in this Crucible process. I think he's in this range of people who could be ranked a lot higher. It's just gonna see, are you willing to go ahead and go to that next level? Are you willing to get to that next level? Ready to see what conflict do, man. So I got him ranked at number 13. Shout out No Mercy. Let's go ahead and get into number 12. This guy, this is an interesting pick. Chilla Jones is actually his scout. And I think of all the people here, when you talk about people who are themselves, people who know how to be themselves, they're not trying to do too much outside of what they do, their personality, they're not trying to conform to what URL quote unquote is. They just go out there and they are their own person. You look no further than this dude right here. Original style, his own style. He cooks up. He been around for a minute, and now he gets his opportunity in the URL Crucible. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Ronnie, man. This is a person. When you talk about originality, he is definitely an original. You won't find there is nobody else in this Crucible Oakland division. There is nobody else in this division who raps like him. I could almost go out on a limb and say there's nobody in the whole Crucible who raps like him at all. This is a very unique pick. This is a very, very unique pick. I will say that to y'all right now. This is a very unique pick. Ronnie is nice. He is somebody who, like I said, he has the personality. He blends in witty, creative punchlines and overall just penmanship with jokes, and he uses his personality to his advantage. The only thing is that going to translate on URL. That's always the biggest question. Is what you do going to translate to the URL audience? Do you need to switch up anything? Do you just do what you do and see if that's what they want to see at this point in time? Like I said, normally he is that type of person where he going to do what he do. He ain't going to try and conform to what nobody else talking about. He going to go out there and do what he do. And I respect it. I respect that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Ronnie does, man. I have him ranked at number 12. I feel like this is a solid place for Ronnie right here, man. He's somebody who is respected. He's a veteran over here. He's been in some wars. He's got some dubs over here in the West. Some quality dubs over here in the West. So we definitely respect what his craft is. We know that he is an original, a one of sorts. And so I'm interested to see what he does. I have him ranked number 12 just because of the people I have ahead of him a little bit more in the consistency of margin and in terms of this overall intangibles for what the URL brand is and people who exemplify that in their own original way as well. So that's why I have him ranked at number 12. But yeah, he could be ranked higher as well. I know some people be like, man, you're supposed to be top 10. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. Like I told y'all, anything from 17 up to like 9, you could put that, you can rearrange that order however you want. Honestly, you really could, honestly. I have no problem with it at all. That's how I'm calling that one. So at number 11, this is a guy that he only has one battle on camera this year. To my knowledge, he only has one battle on camera this year. He is a pick of No Mercy. Shout out to No Mercy. We wanted this No Mercy's other pick. Now, I will say this right here. Intangibles, he is in the top 6. If we're just strictly looking at intangibles, he would probably be looked at in that first 6 to 7. It's a matter of the consistency and also what is he going to pull up with? You know what I'm saying? That is always what are you going to pull up with, right? And so I'm talking about none other than Mr. Prolific Rico. Listen, when y'all talk about certain people, like I know in this era, people love hearing that content that has a lot of substance in it, love hearing street content. Look no further. Dude is fire. Dude cooks up. He says certain lines that you not just creating them lines. You can't manufacture the material he be right. You can't manufacture it. Either you've been through that or you haven't. He exemplifies that. He does. The only issue I'm looking at, and for me, the only thing I look at is just the consistency. What are you pulling up with? Because he has not been as active as everybody else that's on this list. And it might only be maybe one or two other people who probably don't have as much activity. And even the one battle that he had, a lot of people was arguing that he lost the battle clearly. So they wasn't even really all the way sure that he won that battle. I thought he did. And then, obviously there's other narratives in the West. I won't even go there, won't even unpack. But there is some people looking and saying, man, I don't even know how this dude getting booked. A lot of narratives circling. But I'm telling you, from my perspective, we talking about in terms of the skill set, the intangibles. I look at him and say, man, you could easily be the top 6. Easily be one of the people picked up in Oakland. Easily. Gotta see you step up to that level, though. That's the only thing I'm waiting on. I gotta see if he's ready to step up to that next level. That's my only, you know what I'm saying? Only place I'm at right now. I gotta see if he's there yet. Because right now, I got some question marks. URL Crucible will answer all those questions. So I got Prolific Rico at number 11. He's one of them picks to really pay attention to. So a solid pickup for No Mercy, man. This is definitely a solid pickup. I was surprised when I actually seen the name. I was like, okay, you got Prolific Rico. He definitely deserved it. In my opinion, I feel like he deserves a shot. And hey, man, he's very similar to another person who did very well in the Crucible last year. So I ain't gonna say no names or anything, but he could be one of them, man. So shout out to Prolific Rico. Let's get into the next pick, man. We got a Lex Luthor pick coming up. I said we got a Lex pick pulling up. Shout out to iBattle. We got Lex. Lex, who you picking? This is a person who actually battled an iBattle before. He's a veteran of the West Coast, a vet. He's been battle rapping for almost 8 years. Owns a league out here, one of the prominent leagues out here. I'm talking about none other than Shots Fired on San Diego. We talking about Griffin. I'm talking about Griffin. Listen, man. Inactivity is probably the only reason why he's not ranked higher. He just doesn't have any battles. He's been sitting down, you know what I'm saying, handling other stuff. And look, the last time we seen him battle, man, he was cooking up. He went over to iBattle and caught a mean 30. A disgusting 30. The first time he pulled up on iBattle. The disgusting 30. This dude has been on the Riot Network. He like I said, Shots Fired. Like, he pulls up everywhere, cooking up. Cooking. Very underrated in terms of his pen. I think the only question mark is because you've been sitting down. And the reason why I have him ranked at 10 is because you've been sitting down for so long, is there going to be rust? Because the way he writes, the way he raps, it is dope. But can you get back in that bag? It's been a while. I ain't seen you in a minute. I got some question marks on if you still there. No, it's been some time. And a lot of these people on this list, man, they've been very, very active in this era. So I got some question marks, but not too many question marks where I was going to leave him out the top 10. I think he is that good to be ranked amongst the top 10 of all his peers that are in this Oakland Crucible. I got Griffin at none other than number 10. So let's get to number 9. Now, I told y'all, all the people I mentioned from 17 up until this pick number 9, you could rearrange the order however you wanted to, and I would not be mad. And here's number 9. This dude right here, a pick of Dutch. Shout out to Dutch, new era. I actually think this is a very good pickup. Somebody who was actually in the Crucible last year. This was a person that was in the URL Crucible last year, LA region. Didn't work out for him. But I wonder if that experience will help. Because everything else is there. I'm talking about none other than my guy, Vice Versa. I'm talking about none other than my guy, Vice Versa, man. The only question mark I really have for Vice, the only question mark I really, really have for Vice Versa is, has he found his identity? I think when you look at the intangibles, when you look at his skill set in terms of his ability to create, I think that mix, that blend, he's one of the best out of this whole entire process. He could easily be ranked in the top 6. My biggest question, I have two reasons why I have him ranked at 9 and not higher. For one, he ain't been really winning battles like that. He ain't really been winning battles like that. And a product of that is because of the other reason I have for not picking him, but he just ain't been winning battles like that. And that's a big, when you battling over here in the West, dog, like, we ain't expecting you to just clear everything moving, but at a certain point in time, amount of time you have been here, we kind of expect you to start clipping people. And I feel like a reason why is because my main reason why he's at number 9 is because I felt like last year, man, in the last couple years, he really hadn't found his identity as a battle rapper. Sometimes he'll pull up with the bandana. He Tupac. It's thug life. The next minute, he's in this bully mode. He in a shotgun shug mode. He optics missing, taking niggas' glasses off their face. Pocket checking, all that kind of stuff. Physicality. Then sometimes he just in a rapidy rap bag. I just want to rap with you. I don't know if he really has found his identity. Now, having said that, he's also another person who I haven't really seen too much battle-wise recently. He has been in a lab, and he has made it very clear that was one of the key elements that one of the critiques he got last year, and he has been working, he said the last year, on exactly what they were critiquing on. So I'm very interested to see what he brings to the table for this URL Crucible in Oakland. Again, material is dope. His material can be dope. Now, consistency of the material sometimes can fluctuate. One thing he is really good at is performance. He is a good performer. He is. is putting all that together. So I have him at 9. He is kind of like the X factor, of this whole entire thing, because he's ranked 9, but he could easily take somebody in the top 6 spot. So he's another person. Vice, Rico, Bug, Primo, Soto. I'm giving you, that's like 5 picks. I told y'all, that's 5 picks. 5 battle rappers that could easily be in those 6 picked. And he's another one to add to that list. So I'm interested to see what he does, because again, this is the time to do it. This is URL Crucible. This is your second time in it. You don't want to, pull up with the same thing you pulled up with last year. So I'm interested to see what Vice brings. He's definitely a worthy battle rapper for this URL Crucible. So I'm interested to see what he does. Man. Now let's go ahead and get to number 8. Number 8. I'm talking about one of the most consistent battle rappers the West has had in the last 3 years. You talking about consistency? I would put him in the top 5. If we just talking about people who battle in the West circuit, he'd be in the top 5 in terms of consistency. He took his first loss in over 2 years. He was on a K-Shine run. He did lose bad. He blamed the Hennessy. Anything is possible. Anything was possible that night. Talking about none other than BF. This is a dude who consistently pulls up with that work. He has his style down pat. He not wasting no time. He not playing. He's on 10 at all times. At all times. So I'm interested to see what he brings to the Crucible, because my questions for BF has nothing to do with actually the material. I think the material is pretty good. I think his rapping of it, he's very unorthodox, and I feel like that kind of unorthodox style, that could go over well in some of these Crucible rooms. I feel like it could go over well in some of these Crucible rooms. My biggest question mark is going to be the intangibles. Honestly, this is one of the people who I feel like their skill set and their overall work is very good. The intangibles is what I have question marks on. Are you going to really stand out? I'm not even talking about the battle. Fuck the 2 90-second rounds. I'm talking about, you're going to stand out in the other aspects, the interviews. You know what I'm saying? You're just your overall presence in the room, how you interacting. You know what I'm saying? The appearance, art, is that going to be on point? Those are the question marks I have on the intangibles. Not even necessarily just the work ethic, the material. That's locked in. It's the other shit that I know that URL be looking for, and what some of these scouts are looking for and the judges are looking for. And those are my only question marks for BF. Honestly, I feel like he is definitely somebody I could see being in the top 6 picks easily. I could see him being in the top 6 picks. Number 8. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8 are in any order. 5, 6, 7, 8 are in any order. Now, they are guaranteed top 8. All right? So, from 5 to 8, they are solidified in the top 8. They're not in the top 4, but they're in that 5 to 8 range. And you can rearrange these 4 battle rappers in any order you want. Any order you want. I'm not even mad. I'm interested to see what BF brings, though. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into number 7. Now, this is where I had issues. I had issues with BF, and I had issues with this dude as well. Because I only had about an hour to really look at this. I got the flyer. Shout out to Ref, man. Shout out to Ref, man. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of work. He works hard out here, man. I got these flyers, and I only had about an hour to really, cook up. I only had about hours to really cook up. And so I really didn't spend as much time as what I would have liked to really rank this and really break down every single intricacy, right? But when I was looking, I was like, man, this dude he really could be in that top 6. He could be. And I couldn't even tell y'all why he not. I'm going to try to break it down for y'all, though. I'm talking about none other than my guy, Lucky Desperado. Look, man, we talk about somebody who travels in the West. Look no further. One of the most consistent battle rappers in recent history. Look no further. One of the hardest working battle rappers in the game. Look no further. Dude been killing it with iBattle. He's been killing it. Not only has he been killing it traveling cross country, battling on iBattle and going berserk. Not only has he been doing that, he's also been giving other people opportunities and running events over here for iBattle. This is somebody who has been doing his fucking work. Been doing his work. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it like this. If you ask me again tomorrow, I could switch a pick. Tomorrow I might switch a pick. I don't know. Tomorrow is the official Crucible. I might switch a pick before the actual Crucible starts. I might switch a pick or two. I reserve the right. He's one of those people I reserve the right for. I'm telling you, he is that good. And he does everything. He has improved the overall image. That he major incline from what it used to be. Material has improved. He's always been a very good performer. That's even gotten better. His work ethic is on point. He literally does everything. But again, some people have to be ranked at certain places. I'm telling y'all, the top 6 picks. So see, last year, top 6 picks. Let's get right into the top 6. But last year, I got all 6 picks right. Because I felt like last year was very obvious. When I looked at the 22 picks last year, because they had one more scout last year, I thought it was very obvious who the top 6 were. In this year's Crucible, for this Oakland division, this is not obvious. There's legitimately 10 to 12 people that legitimately could be that 6. I felt like last year it was pretty. There were some people who were like, oh man, they'll do very well, but the top 6 is pretty much locked that in. This year, not that easy, man. And you got to see at number 6. Dude, when you talk about consistency, you talk about people who travels everywhere, who really is into that branding, you know what I'm saying? Who cooks up whenever it's time to cook up. A veteran of sorts. I ain't gonna bullshit no more, man. I got my guy Ron Compton, New Wave. What's happening? Listen, man. Consistency, penmanship, performance. He stepped up with the branding. He got the merch. He one of the hardest working people, both in the ring, with the in the ring work and behind the scenes work. He one of the hardest working people in battle rap over here in the West. And I looked at it, man, and I'm telling you, man, like I said, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you could rank them wherever you want to rank them. I'm not mad, bro. It's you got to nitpick certain things. Like I said, I could wake up tomorrow, he could be higher or he could be ranked lower. But right now, I have him ranked at number 6. I like what he brings to the table, that experience. He's been on different platforms, on big stages, on other leagues, yes. But he has the experience, and I feel like that experience will serve him well. I feel like he's one of the people who kind of knows what he's doing. He's not going to get outside of himself. He's not going to be sitting over here trying to do something that he's not. He knows who he is. He pulls up. He does that work. Very confident in what he does. So I got Ron Compton ranked at number 6. And now at number 5. Let's get to number 5. I told you this was the last one. That 5 through 8 range was tough. This is a veteran in the West region. A lot of people and like some of the newer battlers didn't really know who he was and was like, man, who is this dude and why y'all act like he just one of them? We ain't never heard of him. I've heard of him, and the people who know this dude's work, you know what I'm saying? He one of them. I'm talking about none other than Alias the Addict, man. I'm talking about Alias, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it. He is one of the best battle rappers, complete battle rappers in this Crucible Oakland division. When you're talking about skill, all around skill, you're talking about the experience, you're talking about consistency, you're talking about knowing who he is, not getting outside of himself, being original, being himself. You look no further. Very good rapper. all-around skill set. He performs well. He wins battles, big battles when they matter on multiple platforms. He checks off all the boxes. He checks off all the boxes. He does. Checks off all the boxes. This is a very strong pick. And like I said, 5 through 8, you could rank him wherever you wanted to. But when I seen this dude, I'm like, you know what? His skill set and his work ethic and what he brings to the table, it's going to be different than everybody else in this Crucible. He's going to stand out. He's going to stand out. And I think if he can really, for that one time, because you don't get 2 rounds, and you just got to stand out and be you. I feel like he'll be able to do that very well. I'm interested to see what he'll be able to do on the URL side of the game. We've seen him on King of the Dot. We've seen him on other leagues. But now it's time. You Crucible. It's time to see what you can do here. I think he's going to do well. I got Alias at number 5. Now, I said 5 through 8, you could put them in any order, but I would not put any of them in the top 4. And now we're going to get into the reasons why. These 4 picks, top 4, these were the guarantees. When I looked at everybody who was in this Crucible, the 20 battlers who were here, there were 4 battle rappers that I said, you know what? This is almost a lock. It's almost guaranteed they make it. All they have to do is do what they've been doing. Elevate. Just keep elevating. Elevate. This is the time to elevate again. They're pretty much a lock. These were almost the unanimous picks out of everybody. These were the picks where I was like, no, I don't got no question marks for them. All they got to do is show up. All they got to do is show up, be themselves, and they almost a lock. So at number 4, this is interesting, man, because last year we had somebody from Sacramento. Shout out to my guy, Nex. He was in the Crucible, barely pulled him out the Crucible. And because of what Nex has been doing and because of how he's been trailblazing for the city, now the city got more. We got reinforcements, as they say. Okay, hey, we're going to get into one of the first reinforcements. I'm talking about my guy, Free Game in the building. I got my guy, Justice, ranked number 4. Now, Justice is somebody who intangibles are all there. Like, when he walks in a room, it screams star. When he walks in a room, it's presence. Like, there's certain people where you battle on your home league, and okay, everybody, crowd, they know you. When he pulls up, oh, this is the show. The star has arrived. It's a different type of presence. You walk in the room. You pulling up to places, different leagues. You know what I'm saying? You going to LA, you going to different places, and you pulling up 15, 20 deep. That's different. Not everybody does that. I know people like to say they do that. I'm telling you, I've been to events. Niggas ain't really doing that. You know what I'm saying? Everything screams star. And there's only one reason why I had him ranked number 4. There's only one reason why I had him ranked number 4. And I had to be fair. I had to get into a nitpick bag. The only reason why I got ranked number 4 is because I got his partner in crime. I got Free Game ranked number 3. Y'all talk about Madman League. This is the only reason why Justice ranked number 4. Because I got Leak ranked number 3. Madman Leak is one of them. He's one of them. Penmanship. Elite level writing. I don't mean elite level writing for his level. I mean amongst all the best of the West in terms of penmanship. Of top tier legend variety, vets, you put him in the mix immediately. Immediately. This is rookie year. And he has some of the best battles and performances this year. He got a classic under his belt, in my opinion, in terms of when we talk about West Coast classics for the year. Him and the person I actually have ranked ahead of him, he got one of them. He pulls up everywhere. He was at Unity. And really, it was the Unity battle. Justice took an L at Unity. He took an L at Unity. Madman League got a W at Unity. So that's why I nitpicked a little bit. But it's still a Free Game. It's still Sacramento. And I have League ranked number 3. I felt like Justice and then get into League. I feel like they're surefire. Like they're almost guaranteed. Just pull up and do what you do. And you there. You all in the duck. Right? So that's how I'm calling that. Now, let's get into number 2. I said the person that ranked ahead of him was a man that he had a classic with, a certified classic, and it's about to drop on Monday, the day after the Crucible. The battle finally drops, and the outside world gets to finally see what I was in the building for and witnessed. Talking about none other than the other Rookie of the Year candidate for the West. We talking about Hansel, man. Listen. Hansel is a star. Yo, it's like, bro, at this point with Hansel, it's really just what battle is it going to be that just sets him off of being a star. Like, I could already see him being on Volumes, Born Legacies, Gnome, Summer Mat. He has that type of it factor, that type of intangible. He does. We're talking about last year, his first battle ever was the Crucible last year. He was in the Crucible last year. That was his first time battling, and people were like, yo, who is this nigga? Yo, what? He that good? Already? His first battle that he got booked on the Riot Network, official battle, we booked him on a league over here, was versus a veteran Plex. Now, I have Plex won in the battle, but there's some people who have Hansel beating Plex. And Plex ain't no pushover. Plex is fire. Plex is fire. Right? And Hansel put in work, man. He been doing work ever since. Performer of the entire Unity event that popped off. He was the best battle rapper there. That whole event for both days. Classic with League. Great, really good performance. Great performance versus League. He's cooked up all year. He is like a lock. Like, I'm telling you, he was a lock. There's only one reason why. Only one reason why. One reason why he wasn't ranked at the #1 spot. And that's because somebody is returning that actually got picked last year. This dude was actually picked last year. He was in the top 6 last year. And they said he had Battle of the Night last year. All that being said, we ain't got to sell it no more, man. You heard me? I got my guy Frisco's on. We talking about Dev the Demon. Listen, man. We ain't got to sell it no more. We ain't got to talk about it no more than what it already is, man. Dev the Demon is the #1 battle rapper. Out of all these dudes, I have him ranked #1. Not only does he have the Crucible experience and he knows what they're looking for, when you talk about somebody who has star intangibles, top level haymaker potential, you talking about the presence, the believability. When you talk about all the factors you look for in somebody to be one of them in battle rap, you look no further. He has the experience of being on all different types of leagues. He battled all different types of competition. It was almost like when I seen this, I was like, whoa, he's in this? Oh, he guaranteed #1. I ain't got to see the rest of the list. He was guaranteed. He was guaranteed. So that's how I got him, man. I got Dev the Demon at #1. At #1, I got Dev the Demon, right? So, I know that there's going to be some people who are going to say, Nico, you said you was going to rank the scouts too, so where the scouts at? Well, let's go ahead and get to the scouts. So, at number 10, I have none other than Troy Martin at number 10. And you guys can go ahead and see right here. He has Soto and TZ. Troy Martin has Soto and TZ. Soto is ranked number 16. TZ number 17. I have him ranked number 10 out of all the scouts. And really the reason why is, though your picks have the potential, it's very shaky on if they're going to actually produce. So if they weren't shaky, he'd probably be ranked in the top 5. Probably. The only issue is that the hiccups, the preparation, the question marks that I have for both of these two dudes, that's really the only reason why they're rated as low as they are, and that's the reason why I had Troy Martin at number 10. You have people who are ranked 16 and 17 respectfully, no top 10 picks, no top 50, you know what I'm saying? That's why I have it ranked where it's at. But they do have the potential to cook up. You could get a surprise pick out of one of them. So that's where I have that. The next scout. Where we at? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so let's go to right here, Lex Luthor. I got Lex Luthor rated right here as the number 9 scout. He has Jay Fence, who I have ranked number 20. He also has Griffin, who is a top 10 pick. He does have a top 10, but you also have number 20, and that kind of that played a major factor. That played a major factor in my eyes. And honestly, you could have put, when you look at it, I had him just edging out Troy Martin, just barely. You can make an argument if you want to put Troy Martin ahead, but I thought Griffin, if we were ranking all the battlers, I think Griffin would be number one out of all the picks between Troy and Lex. I think Griffin would be number 1. 2 and 3 would be Soto and TZ, and then Jay Fence number 4. But he has the number 1 pick, so that means something for me. And that's why I got him rated where he's at. I got him at number 9. Number 8. Let's go to number 8 real quick. I wish I had more time to really cook up. I really wish I had more time to really cook this up for y'all the real way I wanted to cook it up. But you know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure I got this out to the people so that y'all can see exactly where I was looking. You know what I'm saying? How I was looking at this. Oh, yeah, here we go. Gutta. Shout out to Gutta. He had Shockwave and BF. So he actually did have a top 10 pick. He had BF is ranked number 8. He also has Shockwave, who is ranked 18. So that's why we only have Gutta at where he's at number 8. But I feel like these are 2 dope picks. You actually have a pick who I think has a real good chance of making it to the top 6. But the other battle rapper, Shockwave, I don't think he has as good of a chance to make it to the top 6. I think it would be more of a stretch, but I do think BF could get there, right? I do think BF has that potential to be there. So that's why I have Gutta at number 8. At number 7, and also just mind you, you know what I'm saying, I put this together, you know what I'm saying, the time I had, but if some of y'all gonna be like, hey man, I should be ranked higher. I'm not mad at it. Here goes another person right here. We got No Mercy. At number 7, he has Conflict, who was ranked number 13. He also has Prolific Rico, who was ranked number 11. So I have No Mercy here. Obviously, the Prolific Rico pick, very solid pick. He definitely could be one of the top 6 if he shows up the way that he needs to show up. It's just question marks for both of these battlers on why they were ranked so low and why No Mercy is ranked only at number 7. All right. A lot of these picks, man, it's a lot of potential, but we want to know, are you guys going to actually, you know what I'm saying, show up on that potential? You know what I'm saying? Like really showcase that potential. That's really what we are looking for. You know what I'm saying? At number 6, right? Yeah, number 6, Scout. Number 6, Scout. Where's it at? Number 6, Alleyway. Where Alleyway at? There we go. There go my guy, Alleyway Bug. Let's go. Talking about none other than Terra. He has Alleyway Bug and Lucky Desperado. He has Lucky Desperado, who I did have ranked number 7. And you have Alleyway Bug, who is also ranked number 14. And again, Alleyway Bug is somebody I said he could definitely be one of those people who, if he pulls up and everything is on 10, he could easily be in the top 6. Easily. Lucky Desperado, I got him right outside the top 6. Right outside the 6. So Lucky Desperado literally could be one of those picks. So he has one that's a very good chance, and there's another one where potentially could be there. Right? So I have Terra ranked at number 6. At number 5. At number 5. Let's go ahead and get to number 5 real quick. Where's number 5 at? Number 5. Where we at? There we go. Here we go. We got none other than Kels at number 5. Listen, she has Hansel. Listen, you got a surefire pick there. If you had a surefire pick, you there. Surefire pick, you in there. That's why I have her at number 5. You got a surefire pick. Now, Yodi, ranked 19. You would be like, oh, well, it's the number 2 pick and then the second worst pick. But look, you got a guaranteed pick, in my opinion. Hansel damn near guaranteed. He that special, that good. So, it's the reason why I got Kills ranked at number 5. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kills. Shout out all these scouts. I think some of these scouts are actually returning from last year. I think Dutch, Floss, Kills, Terra, I think Troy Martin and Lex Luthor, I think they all were in the Crucible last year as well. So shout out to all the scouts that are returning, and shout out to the ones who pulling up for the first time. Definitely. Number four. Number four, I have none other than Floss. Look, he has a surefire pick in my opinion. He has Justice on his team. So that's about as surefire as it gets. You definitely gonna be in that top 5 discussion. You got that, right? He has Primo, who again, a lot of potential, but a lot of question marks there as well. So that's why I have Floss ranked as the number 4 scout for the Oakland division. Let's get into number 3. We talking about the top 3 scouts for the Oakland division. Top 3 scouts, Oakland division. And I have none other than Chilla Jones, the champion of the year. He was also battling on traffic today, so salute to Chilla Jones. But got Chilla, man. One of the scouts, he picked Ronnie and Alias the Addict. I feel like this is definitely fire picks. I think those are 2 very dope picks, very original picks. They don't fit a particular style or mold or whatever you feel like URL is or what to expect. They don't fit that particular mold. They are originals. They are one of ones. They exemplify originality in its purest form and rapping. Really can rap, right? So that's why I got Chilla Jones at number 3. Alias, I think, was ranked number 5, and Ronnie was ranked number 12. So having a 5 pick and a 12 pick, to me, that was powerful. So I got Chilla Jones there. Let's get into the number 2 pick. The number 2 pick, in my opinion, I ain't gonna lie. I be looking at this shit like, man, I wish I had some more time to cook up. But we here. We got none other than my guy, Dutch, KIB, keep it a buck, new era, you know what I'm saying? He has a surefire pick in Madman League, so that's definitely going to get you high billing. And he also has Vice Versa, who is another person that I personally believe, if he can put it all together, could definitely be one of the 6. So you have 2 people who I feel like, you one guarantee, and then you have another top 10? 2 in the top 10? I gotta give you your props, man. Dutch, the number 2 scout for the Oakland division. But at number 1, and this to me is clear. I don't think there's any conversation that can be had at all. There's zero conversation for this person right here, man. We talking about scout bills. We talking about bills, man. Now, let me just go ahead and put this out here, man. You got Dev the Demon, who I have at number 1. You got a surefire pick, a guaranteed pick, no questions asked. And you got Ron Compton, another person who I actually have in the 6. So you damn near got 2 people who's guaranteed. You got the number 1 pick. And then you got another top 6 pick. Bills. Hey, you outdid yourself with these picks for the Oakland division. I ain't mad at it. I think everybody had dope picks. Again, how I ranked it. Troy Martin at 10. You know what I'm saying? I think Troy Martin's picks were TZ, Soto. Lex Luthor at number 9. He had Jay Fitz and Griffin. Number 8 was Gutta. Gutta had Shockwave and and BF. Number 7 was No Mercy. No Mercy has Conflict and Prolific Rico. Terra. Number 6, Terra, you picked up Alleyway Book and Lucky Desperado. Very good picks. Kels, what's going on with you? You picked up Hansel and Yodi. You picked up Hansel. You know what I'm saying? Kels, you at number 5. Floss. What's going on with Floss? The only West scout left. He holding it down for the West. You know what I'm saying? And Floss, you picked up Primo Cruz, and you also picked up Justice. Number 3, Chilla Jones. He had Ronnie and Alias. You know what I'm saying? Dutch. You picked up Madman League and you picked up Vice Versa. And then Bills, you picked up Dev the Demon and Ron Compton. And that's how I have it broken down. I know people are going to say it's a little long-winded. I know last year I didn't really break it down, so the video might have been like 4 or 5 minutes. I probably could have just did 4 or 5 minutes and not explained it. But I remember last year when I put the video out, a lot of people was like, well, Nico, explain why? I know you just put out the ranking and you telling us to tell you, but explain your picks. So felt like I should go ahead and break it down this year. If y'all want the short video next year, because the next Crucible, because there is one in Arizona. If y'all just want the short video straight to the point, I'll hook up the short video straight to the point for the next one. But I wanted to try and see if I could break it down for y'all and give you my insight in what I see. And there's a lot more I could break down with these battle rappers because there's a lot more to get into. But I just wanted to give some of my thoughts on it. So yeah, there you have it, man. Crucible, Oakland division. Definitely dope. Shout out to the 10 scouts, 20 battle rappers, all the staff put this shit together. Appreciate you guys putting on for the West. Shout out to everybody who will be there at the Crucible. And yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all, man. Nico TV, Voice of the West. This is my official breakdown for the Oakland division. The next time you guys will hear from me will be the after effect, because I'm telling you, a lot of these battle rappers, I'm going to have them on my show. We definitely going to go ahead and get all the thoughts and everything that they got to say about the event. All of that, man. So definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, keep it West. And I'm up out of here, man. Peace.